We're talking about Oliver Cameron. He's an LBC listener, an LBC caller. He rang into the show back in February it was a show about selling British visas to the highest bidder. He pointed out that he himself was desperate for a kidney, but could not get the kidney he needed. His sister had generously offered to donate her own kidney, being a live donor from Jamaica, but the Home Office had refused, even though she was a perfect match and the NHS were desperate to do the operation. It was planned for last October. The Home Office absolutely blankly refused to allow her a visa to travel to Britain. LBC, obviously we didn't like the sound of this story, got involved, managed to publicise the story, and amazingly, wonderfully, at the end of last week, the Home Office reversed their decision. It was actually the Immigration Minister, James Brokenshire, who looked at it personally. They overturned the decision, and Oliver Cameron's sister, Keisha, is going to pick up her visa from the High Commission in Jamaica today. I'm just delighted that Oliver Cameron is in the studio with us right now. Oliver, it's an amazing story. Let's take the story on there. You obviously we talked a little bit about the actual medical condition you've got and how you're having all day 8.5-hour a day dialysis to deal with your renal failure. When the Home Office refused your sister the visa, that was a complete shock to you both. She just burst into tears in the middle of the High Commission. What was your feeling?
I was excited when she rang me the day before and said to me, "Bro," I said, "Yes, sis." She said, "I got some good news." I said, "What is it?" She says, "I've just received a call from the Home Office to come to Kingston to come and pick up the package." I said, "Wow, after so long." And at the time I was in the hospital, I had was to go back to the hospital to do some tests, and that took me like 5 hours in between because what it is, the calcium is, so when she got there and opened the letter outside, because when she got there, she was called in, given the envelope, and was told not to open the envelope in the property.
Already a bad sign.
Yeah.
So she goes outside, she opens the envelope and then realises she's been rejected.
She broke down. She called me crying. I was still lying on the hospital bed. And I said to her, "Don't worry. I'll call you when I get home." Because now everything changes. This hope that was in me, it's broken down, that barrier now, and I don't know what to think again. I just do not know what to do.
You got in touch with us. I have to say, I find it really hard trying to get newspapers to take this story on. Wonderfully, The Independent, I shout out to The Independent for helping us out here, that they took the case on. It went on their front page a week or so ago.
Yeah.
We were tweeting out about it, trying to raise the profile. People were writing to the Home Office. People were showing their support. And then, miraculously, you get this call, as you say earlier, basically saying that you were going to get the visa. What happens now? Your sister's going to get the visa from the High Commission today.
Yeah. She's actually on her way to Kingston now. Mm-hmm. In another couple of hours, she should give me a call to say what it is. And then I spoke to the hospital earlier on this morning. So it is a matter of getting her here expectedly this coming weekend, if possible.
Has that call changed your life?
It has.
I really hope it will. Will you come back on again and tell us? I'm really hoping we are going to be able to have a full-on success story after your sister arrives later this week.
And, I will do.
Thank you.
And once again, I must say a big thank you, Julia. And it was a pleasure meeting you.